Hey there, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you a fast and easy way to start making money online with Amazon KDP. In fact, I'm going to show you a seller that's making $2,207 per month selling just one of these books. Now, the best part about this is that it's a great way for beginners to start their publishing journey because the interiors of these books are actually very simple to make, meaning you don't need any prior experience to be able to create these types of books. All you're going to need is Wi-Fi and a laptop, and by the end of this video, you're gonna have all the steps that you need to start creating profitable books on Amazon. So if you're a beginner looking to make an income online and start a side hustle, or you're looking to just get into a new niche, well, then this video is for you. But before that, hey guys, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. So what are we talking about today? Well, today that would be the Ocean Animals Coloring Book for Kids niche. Now, the very first thing that you want to do when you're publishing on Amazon KDP is your niche research. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean finding out if the niche that you're looking into is going to be something that's worth it and something that's going to be profitable. In other words, I'm talking about niche validation. And on top of that, you're going to want to find the keywords that are going to go into your title, your subtitle, and those back-end keywords that's going to give you the best chance at ranking your book on the first page of Amazon. Now here we are on Amazon, and I did a search for Ocean Animals Coloring Book for Kids. And the very first thing that you're going to see on my screen is this purple bar right here. And this is called Titans Quick View. It comes from Self-Publishing Titans, and it is a keyword and a niche research tool that you can download if you go to the Chrome Web Store and you type in Self-Publishing Titans. You're going to find these two extensions right here. Feel free to download them. These are completely free to use and it will help you with your niche research as well as your keyword research so that you can see the same information that I'm seeing on my screen. So for example, Titans Quick View gives you a niche score, which is right here. It also gives you information on the total results. So this is the exact results for this keyword, as opposed to Amazon, which only tells you a general over 10,000 results right here. Titans Quick View will actually give you the total exact results right there. It also gives you the exact match of the books that are using this exact keyword, as well as how many books are independently published, aka how many books are KDP books. And then it also gives you information on the bestsellers ranks, the reviews, as well as the price, which can be very useful. Now, the very first thing that I look at when I'm doing niche research is going to be the results. And right here, it's saying over 10,000 results. Now, when I'm doing niche research and I'm trying to validate a niche, I'm looking for three specific things. Number one, I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me that the competition is not so high. Number two, I look for 3 KDP books that all have a BSR or a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are already selling, so that there is some type of demand for this niche. And number three, I'm going to look for a niche score that's provided by the plugin that I'm using that has a score of 50 and higher. Now back here on Amazon, and we see there's over 10,000 results here for Ocean Animals Coloring Book for Kids. It's actually closer to 20,000 at 19,660. So this is way too high. We cannot enter this niche and hope to be successful unless we're running some major ads on these books. So what we're going to have to do is niche down or find another keyword in this niche that will help us get our books ranked. And so before we do that, let's go ahead and look at the first page here of Amazon to see how well these books are selling. So the first book here, if I hover over it, Under publisher, you can see it says independently published, which is telling me that this is a KDP book. So this is a book that we want to look at, and it has a bestsellers rank of 9,769. So this is book number 1 that satisfies step 2. The next book next to it under publisher, it does not say independently published. So we're going to move on from this book because this is not a book that we are directly competing with. The book next to it says independently published with a bestsellers rank of 92,000. So this is book number 2. And then this book right here, independently published, has a bestsellers rank of 213,000. So these are 3 books right here that all have a BSR under 300,000. And so step 2 has been satisfied. And I'm pretty sure if we go through the rest of this first page, we're going to see a lot more books that are well below the 300,000 and below mark. And with a niche score of 58, that's above the 50 that we're looking for. So this satisfies 2 of my requirements. However, because it has over 10,000 results, it's actually closer to 20,000 results. We're going to have to niche down or find another set of keywords in this niche that will help us get this search results a little bit lower. So I did exactly that, and I found this keyword right here, which is in the same niche, and it's Sea Life Coloring Book for Kids. And as we can see, it has just over 1,000 results. It's actually 1,108. So this is way better. This is exactly what I'm looking for, and this satisfies my first requirement. So let's go ahead and look through the first page here and see how many books are ranking at 300,000 or below. And we're going to see a lot of the same books here as the other keyword right here because they are in the same niche. It's just different keywords. But for example, this one right here is the same book ranked at 9,769. So that's book number 1. And I don't take into consideration these sponsored products right here. You can see this is a sponsored product because it says it right here. This is a sponsored product. These 4 products are all sponsored products. You can see it right here where it says sponsored on the bottom of the book. So I'm not going to take this into consideration because this is where publishers are paying to get to the top of the first page of a certain keyword, aka the first page of Amazon. So the next book right here is independently published, ranking at 4,860. So that's book number 2. The book next to it is a little bit high, so I'm not going to look at that. This book right here is 186,000. So that's already 3 books. But let's go ahead and look through the rest of this first page to see how many books are selling well. This book right here is 187,000, 158,000, 213,000, 77,000, 286,000, 186,000. So we can see there's a lot of demand for this niche, and specifically for this keyword right here, and with a niche score of 65, that's well above the 50 that I'm looking for. So this satisfies all 3 of my requirements, which is telling me right off the bat that there is potential for profits in this niche. So let's go ahead and look at one of these books so we can dive deeper into this niche. So let's take a look at this book right here. This is an ocean coloring book, fish and underwater sea animals, the color for kids ages 4 to 8. It was published back in 2022, so it's been about 2 years, and it has a book ranking of 6,358, which is really, really good. It has a 4.7 out of 5 rating and 143 global ratings overall. And this is priced at $6.99, which is very typical for these types of books. However, I would actually price my coloring books at least the minimum of $7.99. And more so, I do price it at $8.99. And I found that it does still sell well at that price point. So this book has 103 pages. So I'm assuming there's about 50 designs, which yes, there is right here. And it's sized at 8.5 by 11, which is your typical size for a coloring book. Now, before we look at the sample, let's go ahead and look at this graph right here. This is a historical BSR graph from Self-Publishing Titans, which tells you how well the book is doing for the past 30 days right here. And so we can see the sales have been relatively stable. Anytime this graph goes down means that the book is selling better. And then when it's going up, that means it's not selling as well. But if we take a farther glance and go back 90 days, we can get a little bit of an idea of how well the book is doing for the last 3 months. go back 6 months, as you can see, this portion of the year is doing a little bit better than it did 3 months ago. And then if we did 1 year, you can see a little bit more of the bigger picture of this book and how it was selling kind of sporadically throughout this time right here. And then for the past, I would say 6 months, has been doing really, really well. And so let's just go all time and we can get a bigger glance. It's definitely selling better now than it has in any point since it was published. So that's doing really, really good. And I don't see this slowing down anytime soon. Now let's go ahead and look at the sample. So here is the cover right here. And then the first page right here is a belongs to page with a coloring page as well. And then we can see a little bit more of the publisher right there. And then here is really the first page of the interior. This is a turtle. Here's the next page right here. And then some more pages on the back cover. So we can see a little bit more of the types of interiors this book is made of. Now, if we scroll down to try to see if there's any A+ content, we're going to see that yes, in fact, they do have A+ content, and I'm hoping to see a little bit more information, but not really. This is the same interior pages that was on the back cover, but what they have done is they've shown off a couple of their other books, which is actually really good to do, especially this module right here, because this is going to be able to showcase your other books to customers that are glancing at this page, which allows you to be able to cross-sell some of your books to other customers or to other people that are just browsing this listing, which I do recommend you to do to implement A+ content as well as this module right here. So if you want to learn how to do that, go ahead and click somewhere around this video, and it's going to be my video on how to create A+ content. So feel free to go ahead and watch that after this video. Now let's go ahead and look at some of the reviews. So right here, we can see this says good quality. The kids liked the adorable pictures. I like the color palette that was included. They were able to use it as a guide to create their own painting. Good coloring book, nice pictures to color. I'm pleased with my purchase, lovely designs. They were great books, lovely book. Pictures are simple and large. These are all great reviews, but as someone who is trying to compete with this book, I'm gonna look for reviews that are not so good. So I see one right here, just 1-star review. However, there is no written review here, so that doesn't help us. And this 3-star right here is the same thing. There are no written reviews. However, once you start doing your research, you want to look at these reviews that are 3 stars and below to see if there's any written reviews, to see what kind of suggestions these reviews have so that you can make your book better than the book that you are looking at. So this is just a pro tip for those people that want to have an edge against their competitor. Now let's go ahead and take this BSR and put it into a sales calculator to see how much it's estimated to be making. And we can see with a bestsellers rank of 6,358, this book makes about 36 sales a day, which is about 1,080 sales per month. And if we add the royalty calculator, I've already put all the figures in here, it's going to be $73 a day or about $2,207 per month. Now that we've done our research and have validated this niche and know that there are some profits to be made here, the next part is how to actually make these types of interiors. Now, one of the first places that I go to when I start creating these types of interiors is Creative Fabrica, because it has so many elements and so many graphics, as well as a section for KDP interiors that you can go through and look at to see what type of interiors you want to use for your book. So that is what I like about Creative Fabrica. So right here, I did a search for ocean coloring and I filtered it by categories of coloring pages and books kids. And we can see there's over 600 results right here. And we can look through all of them and see if there is something that looks good to us. So as we're scrolling through here, we can see there's a lot of different types of interiors. There are some with very simple types of images right here. There are more intricate designs. And there are some that look like right here. This one right here, which looks similar to the book that we looked at. So this is exactly what I'm looking for right here if I'm going to create this type of book. So this one is 5 coloring pages. Now all we have to do is look for some more. So if we keep scrolling down to try to see if there's any more of these interiors that look a little bit similar to that one, we can see that there's a whole bunch of different options here. And so there's a lot of different ways to go about creating this type of book. It really just depends on your imagination and your creativity. We have this one right here. Although this one is cute animals, there are some in the ocean, but not all of them. So maybe we can grab a couple from this one if there's any in the ocean. There's at least 5 here that we could grab and use for our coloring book. And I also found this one, which includes 30 pages. So if we add 30 plus 5 plus 5, that's about 40 pages. We're really close. We're actually pretty good if we wanted to create a coloring book with 40 pages. And so this one has a similar feel to the other one that we were looking at right here. And so this is something that I would use and I would gain inspiration from to be able to create my own coloring book. Now, if you're going to go this route with Creative Fabrica, my suggestion is to not download these interiors and directly upload them onto Amazon KDP, because you might end up getting into the duplicate content issue with Amazon KDP, which is a big no-no. It's something you want to avoid. Now, you could still use these interiors for your books, although you would have to make a lot of modifications to them, meaning add a lot of elements, change things around, erase certain parts of the interiors, and make it original so it doesn't look like the one that you downloaded from Creative Fabrica. So for example, if I was going to use these images right here, I would take this into a program like Canva and make edits to it. So I have this crab right here, and all I would do is I would find a place that I want to put it on my page, and then I would search up under the Canva elements for certain things to add onto this image. And so I could add maybe some seashells, some waves. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do seashell. Let's add maybe this one right here and put it somewhere right here. Let's add a seashell. We could even add this one right here and let it dangle from the top. So maybe delete these ones and just go with this. Let it dangle from the top like that. And then add some of these right here, right there. And I would do something like this. So we took this image right here from Creative Fabrica, but I added my own elements from Canva and I put it all together to create something custom and to create something original. And so this is what you want to do if you're grabbing things from Creative Fabrica. So go ahead and make all your edits, add more elements, and just make it your own. If you want to go ahead and check Creative Fabrica for yourself, I'll leave the link down below. Well, there you have it. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully you're able to implement it into your low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new upload, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.